Hi everyone, my name is Suzanne and I'm a Chinese metaphysics master in Hong Kong. We are already heading into September, which is the Water Rooster month, Kuyo. And this month, the flying stars are actually really good. We've got mostly positive sectors, so make use of them. Of course, there are some sectors that are slightly negative or have negative side effects, but overall, the distribution of the flying stars for September is actually pretty good. So let's take a look and see how we can make use of them. By the way, for those of you who are totally new to flying stars, don't worry if you don't understand the image that you see here on the screen. All you need to do is stand more or less in the center of your home or your office. Use a compass. The one that you have on the phone is sufficient. And just check where you have the south, north, east, west sectors and so on. And then just follow the guidance. That's all. It's very straightforward. So let's take a look at what we can expect in the month of September. And we are using the Chinese month, so it's September 7th to October 7th. And it is the Kuyo, the Water Rooster month. So one of the really good sectors is the Southwest sector, where we have the monthly number 4. Now, this is generally considered a peach blossom star, but also an academic star, so you can use it for both purposes. Peach blossom means basically it brings likability energies. It brings romance energies. If you're single and looking and you spend a lot of time in the Southwest sector, it may be easier to find someone. But obviously you need to actively be looking. You can't just sit there and hope that someone is going to drop from the sky. So do something to attract a potential partner, because you are going to be more likable this month if you are actually spending more time in the Southwest sector. Now, for those of you who are not looking, you're already happily in a partnership. But maybe you have children who need to do homework and who need to focus a little bit more, concentrate on their work. You can also use the Southwest sector because it is an academic energy as well. Now, the reason why this sector is so good is because we have a 4-9 combination here. And this is generally good to start a family. So if you're a young couple and you're trying for children, that is a very good energy. Now, if you happen to have the master bedroom in the Southwest sector, that's excellent. If not, try to spend as much time as a couple there and do the deed, yeah, if you want to start a family, because the energies here are very good for this purpose. Now, the next sector that is good that we're looking at is the West. It has slight negative side effects because we've got the annual number 5 there. However, if you are not doing any sort of renovation or shifting around of furniture or any hammering or drilling, then this is actually a very safe sector, even during this month. So the number 9 here is generally an energy that brings happy emotions, happy energies. If you've been a little bit down, and maybe you lost your mojo or your drive or your ambition, you can spend a little bit more time every day in the West to absorb these happy energies. It's also a great energy if you would like to enter into partnerships with or into new partnerships, into new collaboration agreements. So this is also very good, and it's a wealth star. So you can use this. It's mostly for business owners, not so much for employees, but it's overall a good sector. Now, the next one here is the Northwest sector. Now, this is great for employees. The number 8 is a cash flow star. So if you're employed or if you're working from home, if you're a self-employed professional, if you're a contractor or a freelancer and you just need more orders, more contracts, then sitting or spending more time in the Northwest sector is very beneficial. In fact, if you can shift your desk to be in the Northwest sector, this is very good, especially because we've also got the number 4 here. This also brings very good energies. You're likable, as well as getting more contracts. Now, you can also use this for your children to study in. The 8-4 combination is quite good for that. So overall, a great sector. And because it's a cash flow star, any sort of financial planning activity can be done from the Northwest sector. Then we've got the Northeast. with the #1 monthly star. So the #1 is sort of like a nobleman star. It's a great star if you're looking for teachers, for mentors, for any sort of help. Doesn't just have to be on a professional level. So maybe you're just looking for a great plumber. And that could, very well solve a big problem of yours. So being in the Northeast sector while you're looking for the person that you need, reaching out to people, asking them for help, the Northeast sector's energy will support you in this. Now, together with the 6, this again is a very, very good energy. If you're a business owner, to look for partnerships, maybe look for investors in your company. So this is also very good. It's also a fantastic sector to study in. So if for whatever reason you cannot use the Southwest and the Northwest is also not available to you, the Northeast sector is excellent as well. It also enhances your ability to absorb new knowledge. If you've hired a tutor for your children, then the Northeast sector would be very, very good to do all this tutoring in. So this is overall, again, very good. Also, any sort of investment activities, Northeast sector is probably the best. Even if you're just trying to learn about how to invest, what to invest in, or just doing your due diligence, the Northeast sector is fantastic for that. And then we've got the Southeast sector with the #6 monthly flying star. So this is generally great if you are looking for career advancement, career progression, self-development. If you want to up your people skills, if you maybe want to take some management classes or anything like this, do it in the Southeast or look for opportunities like this in the Southeast. If you're in between jobs, then doing all the job searches or anything that has to do with getting a new job or advancing in your career in the Southeast sector. Yeah, this could include writing your CV, sending it out to people, taking interviews in the Southeast sector. So it's a good sector overall. And together with the #2, so we've got the 6-2 combination here. This is also a nice energy that pertains to spiritual development or just self-development, self-improvement. So if you're looking for a place in your home where you can work on yourself, the Southeast sector would be very, very good. Now, then we've got the South, the North, and the East sector. They're slightly problematic, but even though they're slightly problematic, they're not that bad because we've got two combinations in those sectors. So let's take a look at the South. So #2 here, monthly #2, is generally considered an illness star. Now, if you're already of ill health or you suffer from a chronic issue, or maybe you've just come back from the hospital because you had a surgery or something, I would say try to avoid the South sector because it's not going to help you recover. It may prolong the process, or if you have a chronic illness, you may see an uptick, and that's obviously not what we want. So try to avoid the South. Now, if you're completely healthy, if you're relatively young, relatively healthy, and you're using the South sector, you may get a cold or a bit of a headache every now and then, or, something like that, but it's nothing serious. So you don't have to worry. For business owners, the South sector is great to work in, especially because you have a 7-2 combination, which is the fire element. It's reinforced by the South sector, which is also fire element. So it can actually increase your passion, your creativity overall. And the #2 is great if you're a business owner and maybe you're looking into accumulating long-term assets, or maybe you're in property and real estate. So overall, the South sector, even though it has some illness energies, it's not altogether 100% bad. Yeah, so it's absolutely usable. Just stay away from it if you're already sick or not feeling well, or if you're pregnant. Yeah, first trimester, this is not a great sector to be in. Now, then we've got the North sector here with the with the monthly #3. Monthly #3 is considered an argument star, but you could also look at it as a courage star, because, if you have no courage, you will definitely not argue your point. So if you are a relatively shy person and you need to increase your self-confidence, then actually spending a lot of time in the north this month is good because you're suddenly going to feel much more self-confident. You feel better about yourself and you feel like you're willing and able to speak up on your own behalf. So it's not altogether bad. But I would say if you have the master bedroom in the north sector, maybe this month is a little bit tense. Yeah, you may get into more arguments with your partner, so be a bit careful. Don't start fights out of nowhere. Really, really try to pick your battles, yeah, if at all. Ideally, don't pick any at all. Now, from a business perspective, I would say be a bit weary of the North sector. I would say try to avoid it when you're signing contracts or agreements because the number three can also bring with it a lot of disputes or disagreements or even down up to legal problems, right? So if you're signing a contract, maybe try to do that in the northeast or the northwest or the west. Yeah, that would be a much, much better option. And then lastly, we've got the East. So the East sector has the monthly number 5, and most people are really scared of the number 5 because this is generally the most negative star. Now, I would say you don't really have to be too frightened of it as long as you keep this sector relatively quiet. So, no hammering, no drilling, no renovation work, no repair work, don't shift around furniture, don't light any candles in that sector, don't put any water feature in place in the East sector. Just leave the sector very quiet and then nothing is going to happen. You don't have to worry about it, right? If you're working in the East, if your desk happens to be in the East sector, and if you're not able to shift it to any other area of the house or of the office, then you need to be prepared that things may just be a little bit, everything takes a little bit longer to get done. And whatever you do, maybe first there's some sort of block or an obstacle or whatever, there may be a lot of miscommunication. Now knowing that this doesn't have anything to do with you or with the person you're communicating with already helps a lot to diffuse the situation. Yeah, so try to keep calm and just don't get encouraged if things take a little bit longer. It's just a monthly energy that you just have to get through it if you cannot shift your desk to another sector. All right. So this is the Flying Stars update for the month of September. Overall, I would say we've got really, really good energies. Generally speaking, there's nothing overtly negative. So try to make use of the positive energies we have here and make use of this September after we've come out of the summer slump where lots of people have been struggling a bit or lost their motivation. All right. Hopefully this helped. Please let me know how it's going. And if you do have any questions, of course, you can put them in the comment section below or you can contact me directly. My email address is in the description to the video. And in the meantime, please give this video a like, share it with those who may be interested, and please subscribe to my channel so we can grow this community even further. All right, see you guys soon. Take care.